If your feet feel numb, burning, or just off in a way you can't explain, you might already have high blood sugar and not even know it. Not next year, not someday, right now. And here's the scary part. Most people don't find out in time. They find out after the damage has already started, because they were waiting for a blood test, while their body had already been warning them for months, sometimes years. And the first place it starts warning you is not your blood, it's your feet. Think about that for a second. The part of your body you pay the least attention to might be the first place showing you something serious is happening inside. I've seen people walk around feeling completely fine, no pain, no illness, no major symptoms, and yet their body was already struggling with high blood sugar. They just didn't know what to look for. But today, that changes, because I'm going to show you 9 signs your feet can give you long before most people ever get diagnosed. And by the end of this, you're going to look at your feet differently, maybe even tonight. Now listen carefully, because the first sign is something almost everyone has felt and almost everyone ignores. That tingling feeling, that pins and needles sensation, that moment when your foot feels like it just fell asleep. Most people shrug it off. They say, I was sitting weird. I crossed my legs too long. It's normal. And yes, sometimes it is. But here's the difference. If it keeps happening again and again without a clear reason, that's not something to ignore. That's your nerves starting to send warning signals. Because when blood sugar stays elevated, it slowly begins to damage the outer layer of your nerves. And your nerves are like electrical wires. They carry signals from your brain to your body. But when that protective layer starts breaking down, those signals don't travel properly anymore. They become distorted, fuzzy, unclear. And what you feel is that tingling, that numbness, that strange buzzing sensation. It doesn't feel dangerous, but it is one of the earliest signs that something is changing inside your body. And here's what most people don't realize. This damage happens slowly, so slowly, that your brain learns to ignore it until one day it's not just tingling anymore. That's why one of the simplest things you can do starting today is move. Not intense exercise, not something complicated, just a 20 to 30-minute walk every day, because movement improves blood flow and helps protect those nerves before the damage becomes permanent. Now the second sign, this is the one people tell me bothers them the most, because it doesn't happen during the day. It happens at night, when everything is quiet, when you're trying to sleep, and suddenly your feet feel like they're on fire, a burning sensation, deep, uncomfortable, sometimes even painful. And people say, maybe I was on my feet too much. Maybe it's just heat. Maybe I'm tired. But when that burning keeps happening, especially at night, it's not coming from outside your body. It's coming from inside. Your nerves are misfiring, sending signals that shouldn't be there. It's like a fire alarm going off in a building that isn't burning. The system is damaged, and it's sending the wrong message. That burning sensation can show up years before someone is officially diagnosed. Years, which means your body could already be asking for help long before you even think something is wrong. 2 simple things can help here. First, drink enough water, because hydration helps your body process excess sugar more effectively. And second, start adding fiber into your meals, vegetables, lentils, oats, because fiber slows down how quickly sugar enters your bloodstream, and that gives your body a chance to keep things under control. Now the third sign, this is where things start becoming serious. Not uncomfortable, not annoying, dangerous, a small cut, a blister, something tiny, something you barely notice, but weeks later, it's still there. Not healing, not closing, just sitting there. And most people wait. They assume it will heal on its own. But when blood sugar stays high, your body loses its ability to repair itself properly. The blood vessels become narrow, stiff, restricted. So even though your body has everything it needs to heal, those nutrients, that oxygen, they're not reaching the wound. It's like trying to water a plant with a blocked pipe. The water exists, but it's not getting where it needs to go. And that's when a small problem turns into something much bigger, because an open wound that doesn't heal is an infection waiting to happen. And infections in the feet can become serious very quickly. So here's something simple you can do. Tonight, after you shower, sit down for 30 seconds, look at your feet, check between your toes, look at your heels. If you see anything that shouldn't be there, clean it, protect it. And if it doesn't improve within a couple of days, don't wait. Now the fourth sign, this one is visible, but most people never connect it to anything serious. A change in skin color. Maybe your feet look darker, maybe slightly reddish, maybe even a little bluish around the ankles. And you think, maybe it's just skin tone, maybe it's the sun, maybe it's normal. But when blood flow is reduced, your skin doesn't get enough oxygen. And when that happens, the color changes. It's your body's way of showing you that circulation isn't working the way it should. Your feet are the farthest point from your heart, so they're the first place where poor circulation shows up. And that color change is a signal you can actually see. Something that helps here: simple movement, ankle circles, toe raises, even 5 minutes a day, because circulation improves with motion, and better circulation means better oxygen delivery. Now the fifth sign, this one surprises almost everyone. Cracked heels, dry skin that doesn't improve, no matter how much lotion you use. People say, it's just dryness. It happens every winter. But when it happens constantly, even in warmer weather, it's not just about the surface. It's deeper, because your body controls moisture through nerves. And when those nerves are affected, your skin loses its natural ability to stay hydrated from the inside. So no matter what you apply outside, it doesn't fix the root cause. And those cracks, they're not just cosmetic. They can become entry points for infection. So yes, moisturize your feet every night, but also hydrate your body, because real moisture starts from within. Now pause for a second. Think honestly. Have you noticed even one of these signs? Because here's the truth. Most people watching this already have at least one, and they've been ignoring it. If that's you, keep listening, because the next signs become even more important. The sixth sign, swelling, feet and ankles that feel heavy, tight. Maybe your socks leave deep marks by the end of the day, and again, people explain it away. I was standing too long. I was sitting too long. But when swelling becomes regular, it can be connected to how your body is managing fluids. And that links directly to how your system is handling sugar over time. Because when that balance is off, fluid starts collecting in the lowest parts of your body. And that's usually your feet. One simple thing that helps: elevate your feet when you rest. Even a small elevation makes a difference, and reducing salt intake can also help control fluid retention. Now the seventh sign, this is one of the most misunderstood. Sharp pain, stabbing, electric-like sensations, especially at night. And many people take painkillers thinking it's joint pain or age, but this type of pain doesn't come from injury. It comes from nerves that are overactive, damaged, sending signals that don't match reality. It's like a broken alarm system, going off randomly, and masking it with medication doesn't solve the problem, it just hides it. What helps instead? Gentle movement, stretching your feet in the morning, massaging them at night, encouraging blood flow, helping your nerves function better. Now the eighth sign, this is where circulation becomes a major concern. Cold feet, not just in winter, not just occasionally, but consistently. even in warm conditions, even under blankets. Your feet still feel cold. That's not about temperature, that's about blood flow. Your body is not delivering enough warm blood to the area, and that's why movement becomes even more important here. A brisk walk, even 10 minutes to start, can make a real difference over time. Because movement forces circulation, and circulation supports healing. Finally, the ninth sign. This is the quietest one, the easiest to miss. Hair loss on your feet or lower legs. You don't notice it happening. You just notice one day it's not there anymore, and that happens when blood supply to those tiny follicles decreases. They stop growing. It's subtle, but it's a sign your body has been dealing with circulation issues for a long time. Now take a breath. We just went through 9 signs, 9 ways your body might already be trying to tell you something. And here's what matters most. You don't need to panic, but you do need to pay attention. Because the earlier you notice these signs, the easier it is to manage what's happening. Sometimes it's as simple as improving your diet, moving your body daily, staying hydrated, and getting a simple test done. That's it. But it starts with awareness. So tonight, before you sleep, take 30 seconds. Look at your feet. Really look, because what you notice today can change what happens tomorrow. And before you go, I want you to answer this in the comments. Be honest. Have you ever experienced any of these signs in your feet? Was it numbness, burning, swelling, or something else? And here's another question. When was the last time you actually checked your feet properly? Type your answer below. I read every single comment, and your answer might help someone else realize something they've been ignoring.